So you can come into a savasana type position. Go ahead and spread out, let your eyes close. Start to slow down your breath. And begin to tune into sensation a little bit more, maybe feeling where your body is touching the floor. Feeling the movement created by your breathing. You might notice your energetic level or your mental emotional state. Before we start doing anything, just allowing what's here to be here. That maybe this is the perfect place to start your practice from, just like it is. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. And let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out really long through your arms and legs. And you might reach a little bit more through one side or the other, like a little yawn dance. And then interlace your fingers and press out through your palms and flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release and bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. You might even jiggle it a little, releasing deep into your hip crease. And then straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg for a good hamstring stretch. Flex and point your right foot a few times, feeling how that changes the sensation. Each movement has an effect. Circle your right ankle a couple times one way, a couple times the other way, getting to your full range of motion. And then bend your knee in. Open your knee out to the right and straighten part way or all the way out to the side. And you can support your leg in a number of ways. One way is to have your elbow on the floor and your leg resting into your hand. If there's a different way you'd rather, find what works for you. Finding just the right amount of effort, stripping away what's not needed. Could there be even more ease? And then release, bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist. Open out through your right arm. Keep inviting yourself back to curiosity. What am I noticing? What am I feeling here? Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal and your right arm on a high diagonal. So now your fingers and toes reach away from one another. You might reach a little further through one end or the other, bringing the sensation to slightly different parts. And And then release, roll back onto your back, bring both knees in, take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee, drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in close, maybe a little jiggle, like you're pushing the air out of your lungs. And then straighten the left leg up, flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle, couple times one way, couple times the other way. Bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the left, straighten part way or all the way out to the side. Exploring what's possible, but not pushing beyond your limits, going right up to them. And then release, bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist. First with a bent knee, feeling around here inside this shape. And then staying in your twist, straighten your left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. Big yawning reach, one end to the other. And then release, roll back onto your back, bring both knees in, little circle or rock, evening out your torso on your mat. And then drop your feet to the floor and we'll get set up for a little bit of core work. Start by drawing the belly in. Press the lower back down from the inside. Each time you exhale, draw the belly in a little more. So you could even stay here and work core strength without doing anything. We will add some other movement, but if at any point you'd rather just do this, you're welcome to. So let's cross the right leg on top of the left, like eagle, shins parallel to the floor and the ceiling. Interlace your fingers behind your head, and then lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Now this is pretty much it, and we'll just add a very small movement. Each time you exhale, squeeze the legs together and up. As you inhale, release that squeeze. Shoulders stay off the floor the whole time. Each exhale, knees squeeze together and up. Inhale, release that. Keep belly engaged, but see if you can relax your face. Take two more. Last one. Release your head down. Let's place the hands at the front of the thigh. Push your hands into your legs and push your legs into your hands. You're just matching your own resistance. Knees are trying to push to your chest and your hands won't let them. The whole time, belly pulling in. As you do this, can you still relax your face? Can you still breathe deeply? Last few seconds. And then release, unwind. And switch, other leg on top, shins parallel to the floor and ceiling, interlace fingers behind your head, maybe the other thumb on top, lift head and chest up. Each exhale, squeeze legs together and up. Very subtle but intense. Each exhale, squeeze legs together and up, whole time belly in, whole time face relaxed. Take one more. And then release down. Hands to the front of the left thigh. Push your hands into your legs. Match that resistance. You get to choose how much you work, so you might play around with a little bit more pressure, but keep belly in, keep shoulders down. Last couple seconds here. And then release, unwind. Let's bring feet to the floor, interlace fingers behind the head, and just a couple simple lift and lowers of the head and chest. So exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Belly pulling in the whole time. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Let's just take 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. And then release, stretch long. Bring knees back in, another circle or rock. And then make your way all the way up to sitting. And let's come forward into a high push-up position. So hopefully by starting with that core, you've got a little more sensation there and can engage your core here in plank. Feeling the underside lifting you up, supporting you, shoulders right above the wrist to start. And then shift your weight forward to lower down. Elbows hug the sides of the body. Come into your back bend. Cobra or up dog, and this could be as low or high as you like. So you're welcome to experiment with movement, explore. Try and have the shoulders down, away from the ears, wherever you are. And then back to down dog. When you're ready, hips high. Take your time getting into this first down dog of class. You might pedal out your feet a little bit, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, waking up the backs of the legs. As you settle onto 2 feet evenly, just take a scan through your body, consciously adjusting the things you know to adjust. Whatever you know about this shape, about your body, doing the best you can. And then allowing it to be just like this. However this is, however it looks, however it feels. Let's drop the knees and sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor, letting go. And just a reminder that you can rest anytime, whether you rest in this shape or a different one. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back through down dog. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another. And we'll hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can take any arm position. And any movement, if a little jiggle or sway helps you let go. Let's bend the knees a little more and then slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. One vertebrae at a time, stacking up. We'll come up to the front of the mat into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet can be together or apart. Just if the feet are apart, make sure they're parallel. We'll bring hands together, slowing down breath. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. And please take the time you need for all your transitions. Here, let's take 5 deep breaths, either in down dog, or you might come back to child's pose or sitting, or onto your forearms or knees, any neutral shape. One more deep breath in and out. Let's come through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up to the ceiling, bend your knee to your chest, and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then bring your right knee towards your right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Reach it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in, sink low, feel your feet, feel the hips dropping, shoulders dropping. From here, grab the left wrist and take it across for a little side bend. Come over to the other side, grab the right wrist, take it across. Back to center, interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the heart. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square. Try and roll that left hip down until it's even with the right. And can you let the upper body hang like ragdoll? Feel the weight of your head releasing. Back leg straighter, longer, higher. Face relaxing more. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Drop the back heel to the floor on the inside. Arms up. Settle in. One more breath. Release hands to the floor. Make your way back to down dog. You might take a vinyasa. You might take some other movement. More important than what you're doing is that you are feeling what you are doing. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Try not to skip over the hard parts. Exploring your full range. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, and then bring your left knee towards the left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Send it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in. Let's grab the right wrist, take it across. Come over to the other side, grab your left wrist, take it across. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top this time, the way you don't normally cross. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Squaring off hips. For most of us, it's more challenging. So in that challenging squared off position, can you still reach that back leg straighter, longer, higher? And just let it be. Letting the upper body soften. One more breath here. Step back, warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Deep bend in the front leg. What's useful to engage here, doing that 100% and then stripping away? Can there be a feeling of ease even in these powerful poses? Last breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog through any movement transition. And then settle into a good resting pose, letting go. If it's useful, you might close your eyes. Letting go of everything we've just done, everything we might do. Last deep breath in and out. Come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Try and even your weight between your toes and your heels. Hips low, head high, shoulders low, fingers high. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, just one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's come into warrior three. Shift forward and find your balance. Try and connect the torso and back leg in a straight long line. Supporting leg can be bent or straight. You can choose any arm position. Last deep breath. Step back. Warrior one. One breath. Make your way back to down dog. When you're ready, Left leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge, arms up. Warrior 3. And you can modify or adjust however you need to, choosing an outer shape that works for you. Within this shape that you're choosing now, how much can you feel what you're doing? One more breath. Step back. Warrior 1, one breath. Release through your movement transition. And then again, a good rest, like settling into a deep meditation or remembering that the whole practice can be like a meditation. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, one breath. From here, rise up to standing. Bring your left knee to your chest and find your balance here. Right arm can be out to the side or at the hip. You can stay holding your knee or grab your big toe with the first 2 finger and thumb. You might extend left leg part way or all the way straight. Nice long spine. Let's open the left leg out to the left, just at a slight angle, so hips and shoulders are still square to your front, whether you're holding the knee or your toe. Bring your leg back to the front and let's set up for a twist. Opposite hand to the outside of the knee or the outside of the foot. We're going to roll open through the left shoulder and then extend left arm back. You might even look back. Gaze forward, release with the front hand, catch with the back hand, King Dancer, Natarajasana. Last balance on this side, kick your foot into your hand, lift up through the chest, the fingers, the toes, everything going up. Big step back, high lunge. Catch your breath here. And then make your way back to down dog. Maybe through a vinyasa, maybe some other transition. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, one breath. From here, rise up to standing. Bring that right knee to your chest. Left arm can be out to steady you or at your hip. Can stay holding the knee or grab the big toe, part way or all the way straight, meeting your edge. Open your leg out to the right, just at a slight angle, whether you're holding the knee or the toe. Hips are square, shoulders square, long torso, all four sides. Bring it back to the front. Opposite hand to the outside of the knee or the outside of the foot for a twist. How much can you feel what you're doing, even as you might be wobbling or falling? Last breath here. Gaze forward, release with the front hand, catch with the back hand, king dancer, Natarajasana, last balance. Kick your foot into your hand, lift up. Last breath here. Step back, high lunge. Take a moment getting your footing, slow down your breath. And then make your way back to down dog, feeling what you're doing, taking your time. And again, a good rest, letting go of all of that. So after each challenge, releasing. Imagine you could really let go of everything that gets in the way of just simply being. Nowhere to get, nothing to fix. Last breath here. Just come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. From here, let's come into a twist. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Hands to prayer position, working that right shoulder open. Now there are many other variations of this. If there's a different one you'd rather, you're welcome to drop the back knee and do a low lunge or take a different arm position. Last breath here. Let's release. Hands to the floor. If you have blocks, you may want to grab them. We're going to drop the back knee. If you want to pad your knee, you could roll up the side of your mat, or if you have a blanket or cushion, you're welcome to use it. You're going to take the hips back, inch the front foot forward, and then flex toes back. So hands are right under shoulders as high as you need them. Hips are right above the back knee, at least to start. And we're going in the direction of hips square, in the direction of a flat back, in the direction of folding, and then meeting your edge where it is. Little bend in that front knee could be useful. If you want to go further, you could also slide the front heel further, going towards splits. The point isn't to make any particular shape, but to explore your limits and then be with that just like it is. If in any moment it becomes too much, back out a little. If something lets off, you might explore going deeper. If you did slide forward, you can slide your way back to release. Let's bring both hands to the inside. You can bring your blocks with you if you have them. Turn out through the right foot and then shift your weight forward, coming down to lizard pose on the elbows or hands, on blocks or the floor. And you could play around here, shifting weight more to the left or right, turn the right toes out more or less. You could add a quad stretch to this by bending the back leg, reaching for it and drawing it in. If that doesn't work for you, don't do it, don't worry about it. Let's release, make your way back to down dog. Taking any movement that's useful. A vinyasa can be a good little palate cleanser between sides. Maybe there's some other movement you want to take to integrate what you've just done. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Come into a twist here, right elbow across. So using everything you know about your body, about this shape, to come into your full expression. And then could this be like a meditation, just like when you're in child's pose or in a passive pose? Can you just simply observe, be with this? Last breath here. Release, hands to the floor or to your blocks. Drop the back knee, pat it if you like, hips back. Inch the front foot forward, flex the toes back. Hamstring stretch. Going in the directions you know to go in. Listening. If you did slide further forward on the other side, you're welcome to do that again. We can notice those times where what's happening doesn't match up with what you want to be happening. Is it possible to feel everything this shape is stirring up in you and allow it? What is there to let go of to be with this, just like this? If you did slide forward, slide your way back. We'll bring both hands to the inside. Turn out through the left foot, lizard pose. If you did add a quad stretch on the other side, you might add that again. And this whole practice is just like a little dance between doing and being. Taking action, going towards what we want, and allowing, surrendering, letting go. Let's make our way back to down dog. One last vinyasa or movement transition. In this transition, maybe even out the two sides a bit. Is there some way to move to do that? Take some inventory. We are moving towards the end of class. kind of feeling around, seeing how it's going now. And we'll come all the way through to sitting. And bring the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. So you can grab your toes or ankles. Feel free to sit up on something. If a little lift under the hips helps bring the pelvis upright, you might use that. Lengthen and fold. And if your elbows meet your legs, you could push into them to help them open. If it works better for you to lean into your hands or elbows, you could also do that. Going in the direction of length, in the direction of folding, and then meeting your edge where it is. Let's release, bring the upper body back up. We'll keep the right leg more or less where it is, open the left leg out to the side, and then take the right arm up and over for a side stretch, gate pose. You can use your hand on the inside or outside of your straight leg for support. As you reach through your fingers, can you feel that connect all the way down to the right hip, like a big yawn through the whole right side of the torso? Let your head fall towards the floor and then take that top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down. So head is falling one way, shoulder pulling the other way, stretching right side of the neck. You can even let your face relax, letting your cheek hang. And then press into the bottom hand to help you up. You can use that hand to help lift your head so you stay nice and relaxed. Same thing other side, switch the legs. Left arm up and over, big yawning reach. And then drop your head towards the floor, top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down. Stretching left side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up and then use that hand to help lift your head. Let's roll back onto our backs. Bring your knees in and just have a good check-in with yourself. What do you feel like doing? Is there anything else you need to wrap up this practice? We're going to start winding down, getting ready for Shavasana. If you do want to finish with an inversion, a twist, a restorative pose, really anything or nothing, you can take your time. Whatever you're doing, feeling that fully. Each time you finish, you can again ask what's needed now. When nothing else is needed, you can start getting comfortable in your final resting pose. If using props or covering up in some way helps you be more comfortable, take your time. Maybe a little self-massage. Eventually, Settling into stillness, letting go of the control of your breath. Letting the weight of your body just drop. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can let that movement increase through your wrists and ankles. And then take a big stretch out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. And take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. Not only today, but all the things you do to take care of yourself. You might extend that gratitude out to the people and circumstances that make it possible for you to be here. And that could extend far and wide. Maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today.